All videos on this channel are intended for adult Star Wars enthusiasts. Hello and welcome to Star Wars Obsessed, where I talk about anything Star Wars. And on this episode, I want to talk about... It's the 1-year anniversary of getting the Barge! Yay! Beautiful, beautiful Barge! It is just amazing looking, and I still have more figures that I need to add to the Barge. So it's been almost 2 years since we started the Barge, when Hasbro put up the HasLab and started the campaign. Let's go take a trip down memory lane. My first post about the Barge was on April 18th, 2018. In case there were people who didn't know what the Barge was, well, I go into detail, I show the website, and explain what I did to back the Barge, and what is expected with the Barge, and what came with the Barge. It was all pretty exciting. And then I basically just go through all the figures that I have that could possibly be put on the Barge, with all these awesome vintage figures and current figures. I was excited. My next Barge video took place May 21st, 2018. In this one, I talk about the one item that came early, and that's the book behind the workbench about the Jabba sail barge and how it was built, and basically how it was created and then built. And it was early on, so it was exciting to see this. Like I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I have this book, and that means the Barge is real, and I'm gonna get it. A year later, and then I was showing off more figures that I had forgotten in the previous video. You know, even more figures that I could add to the Barge. So this next video I posted October 8th, 2018, and basically all I did was share the video that was posted on HasLab. I was excited. They were basically showing updates on the progression of the Barge and how they're building it and what it's going to look like, and it was pretty awesome, and I just wanted to share this with my viewers. This next video was posted on December 20th, 2018. I decided to just share more pictures of the Barge that was presented by HasLab. Basically, the final pictures of the Barge and how it would look finished and how it would look in the box when we received it. So it was really exciting to see these final images. This video was posted March 2nd, 2019, although I'm rather confused at the Saturday, March 2nd date. So if I posted this on March 2nd, then how shouldn't I have been doing this before that date? I really am confused, as I don't remember what happened here. But basically, it was time to rearrange my Star Wars room and make space on the top shelf for the Barge. And I basically had to move a lot of different things. I had to move a lot of parts of my collection and put some things away, like my chess set there. I basically just put that away. It really didn't fit the room anyway, because most of the collection in my room are Kenner, Star Wars action figures, and Hasbro, and this chess set wasn't exactly a fit, but I decided to just put it away and fill the room with more movie-related Kenner action figures and playsets. I posted this video March 8th, 2019, and it basically recounts my horrible experience at the whole mess up, the screw up with delivering the Barge. And basically what happened is I went to work, Gary stayed home, and he was going to get the Barge for me, but he had happened to mention to the FedEx driver that there's a damage to the box, because he says that the delivery man decided to just take it away, and Gary tried to stop him, and the guy wouldn't stop. He just threw it in the back of the truck and then drove away. So I was freaking out the whole day, and it really depressed me. I was so upset. We basically called FedEx, and we wanted to make sure that they didn't send it back to Hasbro. So we just told them, make sure it goes to one of your FedEx places, your FedEx shops, so we can go there and pick it up. They delivered the box there, and then everything was fine. So I got upset for no reason whatsoever. I'm embarrassed to admit that, but it was a year of waiting, a year of excitement, and the day had come, and for that to just be snatched away, it was horrible, but it was all resolved and it was fine, and Gary was wonderful. And this video was posted March 11th, 2019, and it basically just consists of me building the barge, and it was a fabulous time taking it out of the box. It was beautiful. I had a fun time putting it all together. This thing is massive. It was wonderful. So I posted this video on April 11th, 2019. It's one of several videos that's related to the barge, and this one where I'm showing figures that I'm adding to the barge. This video is posted August 5th, 2019. And it's another barge video where I add more figures. And this one included figures that my brother gave to me. I gotten a whole lot, I think about 20 figures from him. And some of them were actual figures that I could add to the barge. This video was posted October 30th, 2019. And this one, while not totally related to the barge, because I wasn't adding figures to the barge, these were barge related because I have vintage figures that are on card, and they are characters that were seen in the barge or on the skiff, but I don't want to take them off of card. So I decided to go ahead and hang them on the curtain near the barge. I figured that was the best place for my carded vintage figures because they are barge related. This video was posted on November 20th, 2019, and I share that Gary got the new vintage collection skiff for me. I was pretty excited because it was something that I could add to the barge theme. It's not something that can be added on the barge, obviously, but it could be the barge theme or the barge set or diorama or however you want to say it. I just put the skiff together and then add it to the barge display. I posted this video on December 1st, 2019. And this one is more barge related because I decided to get the 3-pack of the skiff characters, which are Vidane, skiff pilot, Vizam. I decided to put Vizam in the skiff, but the gun I added to the barge. And Brock Starsher with its very boring card. But I added all of these to the skiff, which is also part of the barge display. I posted this video on January 30th, 2020. And I realized I did not have a Salacious Crumb on the barge with Jabba. I decided to take one of the Power of the Force 2 Salacious Crumb figures and add it to the barge. This video was posted on February 11th, 2020, and I realized that the Power of the Force 2 Salacious Crumb looked terrible. I didn't like it. It looked really cheap and ugly. So I decided to replace it with the figure, with the Salacious Crumb figure that was included with C-3PO on the 30th anniversary figure line. I got the barge about this time last year, and wow, things have changed, but I'm wondering what would have happened if we had gotten the barge this year, if it was going to be delivered this year during the pandemic. Would that have delayed the delivery of the barge? To have waited a whole year and then this pandemic hits and then it delays the barge. But it didn't happen, so it's a good thing. I have a lot more figures that I can add to my barge, so much more. But I also want to do this. I have this set of lights that have just been sitting on my shelf for months, and I just haven't gotten around to doing it, basically because I've been doing all these other different things. When will I do this? Well, I first have to figure out how I'm going to put the lights in there. Am I going to use tape just to get up there? Am I going to use wax? I don't want anything that will damage the barge. So I'm still thinking about it. But I do want to put the lights. I think it'd look really nice, especially on display when I have people come over to look at it and it's all lit up and they can see it and they can see inside better. Thank you for taking this trip down Barge Memory Lane with me. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and click subscribe. If you would like to be notified of upcoming videos, hit that bell icon. You could also follow Star Wars Obsessed on Instagram and Facebook. I also want to thank subscriber Peter Dunlap for suggesting this video. He reminded me of the 1-year anniversary. See you on the next video.